Our fourth speaker this morning is contestant number 196, presenting a speech entitled Bollywood, Barbie Dolls, and Beauty Queens.
My quest for the perfect oration had begun. Starbucks latte in one hand, pen and paper in the other, I headed to what we orators consider as the holy grail of forensics, the self-improvement section at Barnes & Noble. 2 hours had passed spent scanning through self-improvement book after self-improvement book after self-improvement book, and I still had nothing. Why were there so many self-improvement books? From books titled, He's Just Not That Into You, to Want to Lose Weight? Stop eating, you fat cow. I mean, are we really that unhappy? Then it hit me. We are striving to meet a superficial standard of perfection, perpetuated by mass media, through our childhood toys, to our favorite television shows. We have become victim to the self-improvement cycle, and consequently have forgotten the importance of accepting ourselves strictly as we are. It is our imperfections that make us unique. It is through our beautiful flaws that we're able to promote individuality and free thought. Media, however, has defined success through extrinsic qualities and has lost sight of the power of inner beauty. But it seems that we are far too willing to follow along. I know when I was little, I was fascinated with two things, Barbie dolls and rubber cement. Millions of girls have shared my similar fascination with Barbie dolls, not rubber cement. I idolized Barbie. In fact, I wanted to be Barbie because Barbie is sexy, has a perfect smile, and a cute outfit to match. Come on, the girl is 6 feet tall, 101 pounds, has a 19-inch waist, and has 40-inch boobs. Okay, so it's not just impossibly proportioned figurines. Young men and women are constantly pressured by the media, parents, and peers to fit society's superficial standards of perfection. Pick up any magazine article and you'll find pictures of the dwindling duo, Nicole Richie and Lindsay Lohan. Consequently, from pressures like these, children as young as first graders try to achieve perfection through unhealthy means, specifically eating disorders. The National Association for Anorexia Nervosa states that 8 million young people in the United States have eating disorders. Many remain untreated, and out of these, 20% die. These are the statistics. We have made a statement to today's children. Beauty on the outside is worth more than beauty on the inside. Not only has media propagated this false statement, it has exploited people's physical insecurities by creating reality makeover shows. New shows like I Want a Famous Face and Extreme Makeover have encouraged people to reject themselves and conform to society's flawless standards via plastic surgery. One of the most twisted makeover shows, The Swan, is a prime example. 30 women unhappy with themselves signed up to have the dream team transform their physical appearance. They then competed against one another for the title of Swan Queen. See, in the past, you needed to have a pretty face to get on television. Now, it helps if you have an uglier one. These women who want to be perfect go on a television show, suffer through massive reconstruction, to then be told that they aren't perfect. Dr. Peter B. Fodor, president of the National Society for Plastic Surgery, states, reality television shows really do promote unrealistic expectations. These unrealistic expectations have created a plastic surgery nightmare. It has become the new trend because reality TV lulls the audience into a sense that there is no real risk or complications in plastic surgery. You know, it's our imperfections, our eccentricities that make us identifiable and in turn, beautiful. Think about it. Jennifer Aniston and her big chin, Cindy Crawford and her hail-size mold, Jennifer Lopez and her big, wide, juicy hair. So, now that we have the perfect body, it seems only right that we have the perfect accessories. Perfect dog, perfect house, perfect mansion, that's the same thing as a house, perfect 2.2 kids, perfect lover. Shows like The Bachelor teach us that all we ever need is the perfect lover, instead of of the perfect love. The search for perfection in a significant other is one of the major contributors to America's 55% divorce rate. If I have learned anything from shows like The OC or Desperate Housewives, it's that looking for some societal snapshot of the perfect marriage is impossible, because there is no such thing as a perfect marriage. We are imperfect beings. If we were perfect, we would need no one to complement our imperfections. When did we stop valuing the little things? Look to Robin Williams' character in the movie Good Will Hunting. His wife dies, and what does he remember? Not the color of her hair, not the flawlessness of her skin, but rather that she farts at night, loud enough to wake herself up. See, even farting can be endearing. Look at Shrek. He's lovable, even though he's an ogre. I really relate to Shrek. You know, when I was little, due to my big head and small frame, my friends used to call me an Ethiopian starving child. In middle school, I urinated on stage during a dance performance in front of 500 people. And in high school, I exposed my entire posterior end to the student body with my skirt tucked into my underwear. Just double checking. Despite my many embarrassing moments in front of an audience, all I've ever wanted to be is a Bollywood Indian dancer. I was fascinated with the intricate dance moves, the gorgeous actresses, and the beautiful outfits. As I grew older, I noticed a trend among these women of India. They were all light-skinned. See, in India, it's not considered to be beautiful to have dark skin. Dark skin was, and still is, viewed as an imperfection. In newspapers, there are marital ads saying, "I want a 5'4" Indian girl that's light." Our close family Indian friend once told me, "Shruti, you'd be so much prettier if you were lighter." I knew that if I wanted to become a Bollywood Indian dancer, I would have to lighten my skin. So my mission began. I purchased lighter shades of makeup, used bleaching cream. It's kind of like tanning just the opposite way. My mom, who has always accepted me for me, noticed her daughter trying to pull what she now calls as my Michael Jackson phase. She taught me the most valuable lesson. Society will always define some standard of perfection. But my job as a dark Indian woman was not to fit this mold of perfection, but instead make what I originally thought as a flaw or imperfection into my definition of beauty. I am perfect because of my imperfections. We always hear sayings like, beauty is only skin deep. Beauty is the light in the heart. And as trite as these concepts may appear, it's often the known lessons about life with which we need to be reminded. It is our imperfections that make us unique. It is these distinct differences that make individuals, individuals. When actress Penelope Cruz got pressured to receive a nose job, she responded, "You know, I know my nose may be less than perfect, but that's just the way I like it. I like it that my nose has this thing. This bump is a Greek bump, and it comes from my grandmother. And these are my father's and my mother's. So if someone said to me, 'Fix your nose,' it's like, this is my history. This is my family." My quest for the perfect oration ended before it really started. I figured something out. Turns out there's no such thing as a perfect oration. So walking the self-improvement aisles at Barnes & Noble probably won't uncover some magical key to the ideal speech. But you know what? I've accepted it. I've accepted my inability to tell good jokes, my lack of rhetorical device, and even my big head. Why? Because perfection isn't about how I look or how entertaining I am. It's in the message I bring. So, stop living your life through self-improvement books. Definitely watch the movie Shrek. Get inspired. And finally, do not base your success on whether or not you're able to achieve society's definition of perfection. Base it on if you're able to gain respect for your imperfections. Now, I know this speech may have had its flaws, but I know that this oration's imperfections have been absolutely perfect.